Hey there, good morning, Proniacs. It is a happy hump day, Wednesday, here in the middle of October. I believe tomorrow is October 15th, making today the 14th. And today we're going to talk about worry. Worry is something that's been on my heart for the last, I would say, a couple days, but it actually has been a couple of weeks. There has been a situation at work that has been causing me a lot of stress because with the Washington State eviction moratorium in place and moving a new tenant in, and they bounced their first check of security deposit and prorated rents, it's gotten me a little bit worried about what's going to happen in the upcoming future. There's a lot of uncertainty because I haven't had great communication with this tenant towards a resolve and trying to figure out when this situation is going to be resolved, taken care of. I was reading in my Calm app, my meditation app that I do sometimes, maybe twice, 3 times a week at night, that if it can be solved, then there's no need to worry. And if it can't be solved, worry is of no use, and that's by the Dalai Lama. And so that really spoke to me about worry. Because if it's going to be solved and using the fruits of the Spirit in patience, then there's no need to worry. In time, it will be taken care of. And the prescription for that is just going to be communication, speaking with the right people, keeping yourself emotionally stable, right? Because I attached myself emotionally to this situation because it's a good friend of mine, a good hockey buddy. He's got several properties with us. And so that just carries a lot more weight to me than if your average investor that has several, 15 to 20 properties, it's easier to communicate that situation to that owner than it is to this good friend that's just making a change in his life, also just had a baby. And this, with the moratorium in the state of affairs that we're currently in, it could be devastating if it doesn't right itself very soon. So that's just causing a lot of tension and frustration and worry inside me. And I was talking to one of my good friends at work, and he was saying, well, man, I was like, I shouldn't worry. I know I shouldn't. It's just, I need to let it go. And he says to me, he says, man, you're worrying because you care about people. You care about the situation, and you want people to be in good situations. And so that's kind of what feeds into our worry. But then again, we go back to, if it can be solved, it will, and worry's not going to help that. But if it can't be solved, then worry's not going to help anyway. So worry is just in the intermittent caused by uncertainty. And to get around this uncertainty is just focusing on what you can control, which is your communication, taking massive action where you know can be beneficial or helpful, and working through that process in small steps. I know that recently we were listening to a Hawaiian mix in the garage, and the song, I know you know it, Don't Worry, Be Happy, came on, and Georgia just obsessed about it. So much so that that's now her song, her go-to on the Alexa. She wants to play Don't Worry, Be Happy. So that's kind of driving the point home today, is that get rid of worry. Just let go of that stuff. It's building up. It's causing that attachment, maybe even an emotional attachment like I have. And to let go of that, you just have to know that you're controlling what you can control, or doing what you can do, and then leaving the rest and letting it go. So that the uncertainty, with patience and joy and happiness, allowing that in your life, will hopefully attract a resolve and make things take care of and resolve with the actions that you take. And if they don't, and it can't be resolved, then worry is of no use. So I hope you got something out of this. I know talking through it helped me release that emotional attachment that caused so much strife, so much worry. And I mean, I've lost sleep. I mean, when I go on long runs the other day, I was just thinking about it, like, what can I do? What can I do? And just overwhelmed with worry. And sometimes it's paralyzing to where you can't take that next small step that you need to, that you can control. And that's what worry does to you. It can paralyze you from taking action. So keep that in mind today. Remember, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, and I care about you. And thanks for joining me today.